Oh, we've got a lot of reading to do. Inkwell, a plate. Oh man, that was a journal. Great, love it, love it. Okay, I can't inspect those books. Thank goodness. My dear Vamir, I write to you from the top chambers of the Ronalda Temple. Below the Benoxy Eye Tower. You know what I feel? Ymir, as I breathe in the dying breath of another day on this floating rock, I feel an emptiness that has continued to suffocate my people for far too long. It is sunset now, and the Benoxy have started to disappear, their wings like black scythes cutting through the expanse of reds and magenta that bleed from the sky. Their shrieks, I can hear it in their shrieks. They crave for something else, something lost to them. Don't you feel this way too, Vamir? We are so similar to the Benoxy, you and I. We crave for that same something that belongs to us, deep down at our cores. Alas, I've been parted from it for so long that we now mourn in the darkness, finding solitude only in the shadows of what could have been. The very thought of holding the Illuvian Whoa, that's way easier. Quilivian again snatches me from my hour of sleep. Yet I cannot find it, and so I mourn, just like the Benoxy. I feel them, cutting endlessly into the soulless twilight of what has become of my existence, our existence. You are fortunate to have found what you need on Neyyah, Site 28, but let me assure you it won't be enough to quench the thirst of what your soul really craves for. The shrieks of the Benoxy will be flying around your head before too long, Ymir. This leads me to the matter I have been meaning to approach with you for a good while now. Alas, the search beckons. The rituals at the Ronalda Temple grow fiercer each night, and Kerelta Yolka stirs within the white pool of the Laflomian portal. Kerelta Volka. I have been preoccupied, to say the least. Nonetheless, it comes to my attention that your Benoxy Eye portals have stirred quite a fuss here at the Ronalda temples. Quakes from the dead pit have been interfering with various experiments currently being conducted by my high priests. I'm sure they are onto something, a new development in the speed in which the Pieta and Lavandis crystals, react together, and in doing so generate enough power to pierce a glimpse into the heart of the Laflomian portal. However, amidst all this progress, your decision to have separated the entire Flesta island into 5 separate zones is causing more trouble than it's worth, in my opinion. Yes, I understand why you require the dome to be separated due to the rising sea levels and the increasing temperatures of the Flesta island disturbing the Flesta plant growth. I trust your decisions and have approved your experiments with the Flesta roots on multiple occasions, and I too agree that the roots could provide a sustainable power source for our people throughout the city. This way, the Pietas can be manufactured for the primary intent of being used as at the Ronalda Temple, furthering my research there. I'm also quite surprised by the results of the Benoxy Eye portals. While the original main island of the Neyyah Site 28 remains fairly stable in their allocated areas across Feamor, I believe through our technological advances, we have achieved far greater things. I'm aware you had a big part in overseeing this work, and I congratulate you for it. Inspired by the Yolk machines, right? Or however you spell those things. Considering the filth littered across Neyyah Site 28, is there much point in separating more of the place? And to what end? You've built all this technology only for the wretched island, and most of it serves no purpose for the production of Neyyah spores. The Pieta factory is crumbling into the ocean along with the ancient forgotten history. A mangled corpse, stinking of old magic spells and the disgusting Phalatian ways. Phaelton ways. The ways of our betrayers, Ymir. I think sometimes you do well to remember that. I'm putting a stop to any further separations you may have in mind for Neyyah Site 28. Your focus, while you're stationed there, is the Neyyah plant, harvesting the spores and preparing them for delivery back to othe. Put to rest these notions you've fabricated on perfecting a world whose people, may I remind you, deceived us and tried to destroy us. Oh, protecting. If it wasn't for me, we might never have had a chance of being rid of this godforsaken place. For now, I will continue to maintain the Binoxi Eye portals. I will also have talks with Tyrannia, with Terrarna Mechanics, to see if I can have some of those new blue Lavandis crystal systems positioned around the Celestia Dome to repel those disgusting green seaweeds. I do advise you start equipping yourself with the new Binoxi portal bracelets while being stationed out on Neyyah Site 28. I'm always wearing one now, and while they don't work very well with the confines of an active Jalude, they are incredible at teleporting anyone back to the Rolanda Temple from great distance away. A lot of the other Neyyah Site station workers have these. They provide emergency teleportations directly back to the Ronalda Temple in case any Jaludes malfunction, or in your case, end up trapped in a Velustus Island zone linked between broken Binoxi Eye portals. Okay, so we've... Alright, one-way teleports. Of course, I could power them back up from our end, but I could not say for sure how long this would take. Also, they save us a great deal of hassle. No longer will we have to fly men out to escort trapped workers back to othe when team meetings are required, or if I need to bring all workers back in case of emergency, I can override the teleportation system and bring the bracelet occupiers straight back here to the Ronalda Temple. Of course, I would give you plenty of notice before doing so. The bracelets also help keep me a tally on how many workers there are out there in the Neyyah sites. I've attached bracelet with this letter in case you wish to use it. I do hope you understand my decision regards ceasing work on the Binoxi Eye portals. We should be targeting our sights towards finding the Quilivian and leaving the rest of Fealta to rot with the dead pit it has become. With that, I bid you farewell. I shall retire back to the walls of Ronalda Temple, if only in desperation to rid the shrieks of those hungry searching Binoxi from my tired ears. I do hope they'll never haunt your waking hours as much as mine. This was from Smolax. Okay. So that was from Smolax. Oh, no. Who is this from? I'll see you both soon. Were you the guy who wrote the... Because I'm in this guy's lab right now. Was this guy... Do we have his name right now? Mason blew himself up. Mason had the salt trick. This was from Vamir. Vamir has his office at the Pieta factory, where I am. Mason blew himself up. I must be reading Vamir's journal, which he wrote to Talivia. But for some reason, he's also got notes in here. Oh, my dear Vamir. Yes, my dear Vamir. He's got notes from evil-sounding guy's name. It was on the very last page. And this guy definitely sounds very sane. I was on page... Sorry, I missed it. Smolax. And I thought we were worried about Smolax. Smolax will come to Neyyah. I guess I got that Mason was concerned about Smolax. Okay, alright. We're piecing together lore here. This is a symbol that I just saw on a thing somewhere. The Wakara security system. Where did I see that symbol? What page of my notes was that on? Ah, that was the door that had a serial number and was installed and modified. Yes. Servicing. Client Vamir account. Modification repairs. Originally installed. These were installed. 4270 is the one I was originally installed. 4270. 4272. Ooh. Martin H. Clichy. I'm actually going to take a picture of this and put it, not that I found it in his lab, because this is technically 2 new doors. All of his doors were originally installed in 1004-4270. All of them were technically modified 2 years later. But I've got... Oh, no. The first one, serial number 904-7221, is the door that we'd closed behind us and found on Philistu Island. I'm going to have to go back to that door for some reason. I don't know why, but now I have that. Okay, alright. Let's get some understanding. Vamir. While the lab remains quiet, I managed to look over the list of components you required for your new teleportation device. Honestly, it couldn't have come at a more pressing time. Many of my colleagues are becoming suspicious. I'm certain Tylka has been trying to sneak his way into my office recently, perhaps of his own accord, but I have a feeling Smolax put him up to it. What if he knows? A few of the scientists have also disappeared, and there's been no sign of them for days. I asked Olivia, a normal name for once, when they'll be returning to work. She just told me not to worry, yet I could see something in her eyes. Fear, caution. We are running out of time, Vamir. We must act as soon as we are able to find the Quilivian before Smolax does. After careful consideration, I put together a list of items which you'll need to make this system work. With Arian's assistance, they will be our best chance of trapping Smolax. As long as you know the coordinates for Huan, we can do this. Okay, the Palem sensor 8756. That is important. That is important. I would like that smaller. There, we're pretty good with that. All right. Great for detecting movement. A few of these can be fitted into the inner walls of the bunker. With your assistance, I should be able to connect their signals to Arian, and she will be able to detect Smolax's arrival. Then the countdown can begin. The Religious speakers will come in handy here. Cerulean Crystal Fuse and Railgun Speaker. Religious. A B56 fuse should suffice. The idea will be to have these connected to the hole in the roof. Once the Jalood enters, they will ignite and activate the plasma shield. Shield activation, power up the Palam centers. These will be sufficient enough to bring across Aurelian's countdown when the time is right. I'm aware that Aurelian has been able to tap into the minds of some of Smolak's... Really? While they've been stationed on it. I'm sure she'll have no trouble connecting with this piece of kit. These will activate once... Okay... You're scheming here. What are we scheming? You've got like devices. Oh, you hate it when you've got doohickeys. You hate to hit him with a doohickey, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta hit him with a doohickey. Over the coming days, we'll arrange a time where I can both go to Neyyah and I can assist you in setting everything up. The bunker is also a great location. I don't know where the bunker is. Due to the reports of cursed goings-on, we can conduct our work with very little chance of being discovered by Smolak's men. We won't dare inspect this area, especially being so close to the Aurelian Paleska Shrine. Okay, that's useful. The system will be well hidden. Once we have set up the teleportation system, I will inform you of my feedback. Until then. Urntner. I'm actually going to take another screenshot of this, even though it doesn't have doohickeys on it. We now know that the bunker is near the Aurelian Paleska Shrine, which is exactly what I always wanted to hear. Follow up on a job well done. Everything is good to go. Finish connecting with the Kahlua crystal fuses to the bunker roof today. I will leave you to nail the boards onto the front door. Remove the wheel lock too, but before you do so, I urge you to remove any weapons left behind in the bunker. The place has ammunition lying around from when the Phalezians used it as a storage unit. Smolax might not know how to use a Taluki, but if he does and he managed to attain one inside his entrapment, then he might be forced to use it as an escape. And outside, he would have access to his Banoxy portal bracelet and return to Aluge. I made mental note to check the bunker myself, but lately I've had so much on my mind. Another one of my colleagues has been reported missing, and more Smolak soldiers patrol the Pieta labs day and night. Something's happening with me. We have to ask facts. The Jalood landing pod has been checked and double-checked. Its purpose is to lure Smolak's Jalood into the bunkers. Once there, it will remain powered even when Smolak leaves the craft. There'll be no way to turn off the Jalood. This will render his Banoxy portal bracelet inactive. He will not be able to teleport himself back to Aluge. However, the Jalood will only disable the bracelet within the confines of the bunker. He must not escape. It's your job to make sure he stays within the bunker enough time for Aurelian's countdown to begin and for the teleportation process to activate. I know you devised various systems on Neyyah, and I don't understand all of them, but everything in that bunker is now operational and awaits for the right moment. You mentioned last time we were working together at the bunker that you set up an activation tablet at the Paleska Shrine. 2 code systems, one I recall saying is used for something completely different. Activation for some sort of portable teleportation device? Be that as it may, remember that once you've opened the code box for the bunker teleportation system, an emergency signal will be sent to the Rolanda Temple, at which point Smolax will come for you. I tried bypassing the security system a few times while setting everything up, but with no such luck. You'll need to enter the password you've created for the bunker teleportation system straight away. Otherwise, Smolax will arrive on Neyyah and his Jalood won't be brought into the bunker. Instead, he'll arrive outside and have free roam to come after you on Neyyah. I hope I did that. Also, I recall you mentioning an arrangement you've made with Orion as part of the activation process. An offering? Please, Amir, double check everything. The bunker teleportation system is set up. Now you must bring Smolax to Neyyah at the right time. Good luck, old friend Urntner. Yeah, I think when I arrived here, I screwed everything up. Okay. Okay. This is a code. This is an important code. We have a to-do list. We have a goal. Finalize the code for the Paleska Shrine activation console. We've agreed on 4231 with Orion, but decided on which flora and constellation symbols to use. Write down combination in journal. I have a journal somewhere. Keep the spare key to the Neyyah lock mechanism and other locks at Lab HQ here in this drawer. Must fit locks to the other doors in the main chambers. Okay, so I'll get the lab key. That's fine. Consider storing the old heater shells at the lab for now. The one with the crystal block mechs. The one with the crystal block mech symbol will need extra protection. The bridge to the watchtower on Felistu Island Harbor Zone is now permanently raised. Have used wood wedge to lever up. Quicker access. The bridge to... Okay. Okay. Kula Pieta V... Kula Pieta U 2.0 updates. The Kalua Pieta is still in development, but after several attempts of powering old Fezaltian devices, I'm very satisfied with the result. The Pieta shells, created from Belim metal and a combination of red and blue original Pieta shells, seem to withstand the forces of the Eulatron machine quite effectively. This means I can control these devices if I was ever required to do so. While there's still alterations to be made, the Kula Pieta U 2.0 will enable me to power areas of Neyyah that aren't assigned to any of the new models SmallX has created, and most certainly any contraptions I bring to Neyyah. I may the late members of the Peoltish clan forgive me for disturbing the traditions of the rituals, the essence of their energies. The energies that they reworked and reworked until finally giving birth to the power of the Pieta. While I pray that there are survivors of the clan, I hope they will never set eyes upon my abomination I have released upon their technology, despite my own satisfaction for my work. If I can rekindle a flame remotely close to the beauty of their magic, then I can rest assured they are watching over me, guiding me, and if any survive, well, I hope they will look kindly upon what might just be an old fool's toy. So is that the Pieta case? Okay, alright. I got the dome key. I just wanted to press a button that made a doohickey happen. I also got the spare key.